really understand how TV would change me as a performer. And I've read, interviews of film actors who've gone to DV and said, well, it's so nice to grow a character over an amount of years. It's a whole different experience because you never leave it behind. It's always part of you. And it sounded all, good, but when you're actually doing it, it is exactly that. It's sort of this long-term relationship you're in with another person that you're creating, and it's this bizarre, very sort of fulfilling thing that you don't get from movies. I mean, obviously you get something else from movies, but yeah, I do love it.
Now that she's kind of in a power position responsible for government kind of hierarchy level, is her wardrobe going to change?
It really is. So what's exciting about the wardrobe this year is that Nikita gets to wear everything now. She's on missions, but she's also in division. So she's, corporate as well sometimes. But then we get to see her own, maybe, because now she gets to choose. She gets to go, I'll wear that jean and that t-shirt today. Because she might be going to yoga class or a coffee, and she's never done any of that. So, and then we're going to see her on missions, and we're also going to see her playing characters, on missions, within missions. And so there's going to be a lot. The costume designer, let's put it this way, is very excited about this season.
So is any of her style your style?
Kind of. I mean, I feel like we can't totally separate it. I mean, when I'm going through Iraq, it's sort of like, I love that. And she always goes, for you or for her? She always says that to me because I'm always going, what? That's for her. It's fun. But yes, I think that I definitely influence her. But I also, at the same time, I'm very sort of like, I'm very conscious of that. I don't want to, and I'll even, like my hair right now is so light, and people are like, are you going to do that for the show? I'm like, no, this is for me. Because I get to be myself for 2 months.
Nice highlight.
Yeah, thanks. And then I got to go back to Nikita, and so it's going to change. But this is, I try to differentiate.
What about the living situation? Is she going to live in division? Is she going to want to set up house?
No, she's got a house. We're not going to see it right away, but her and Michael might have a house. They might have a house.
Big fan?
A really high one with barbed wire.
Is it just for them, or are they going to be inviting everybody else to kind of?
Well, we definitely, Craig and I discussed this. I thought it was so funny. We were like, I said, so, living condition standards, this, that, and the other. And he said, well, yeah, we'll figure it out. I go, they're not bunking. They're a couple. None of this, 7 people to a house thing anymore. That's not happening. He goes, no, that's not happening. I was like, it's not happening. He's like, it's not happening. So that was kind of funny. Because it's true. We've all been running. So we're stacked up in one house, whether it be 3, 4, 7 people by the end of the season. And now everybody's got if Alex and Sean decide to do something together, they may have their own thing and we have our own thing. And it's creepy.
So last season, Nikita and Amanda they almost killed each other a few times.
Yeah.
And now, Amanda was gone for a little while and she's back. And now with Nikita kind of taking over division in a way, of course, I'm assuming Amanda's not going to be happy about that. Can you talk a little bit about the dynamic between the two of them?
You're absolutely right. I mean, the thing about, speaking of, she walks in the room. The thing about Amanda being pissed off, that's so scary because Amanda is not like Percy. In the 3rd season, Percy had an agenda and Nikita got in the way. But Percy's agenda mattered more than Nikita did. He just wanted her out of the way. He was sort of pissed that she was always screwing things up for him. But it was very male. It was a lot less personal. It was just sort of like, get in my way, you're dead. If you don't, whatever. This is 2 chicks now, right? And she is mad as hell. And her only objective is to hurt Nikita. And she's going to do that any way she can. She has no other agenda but to hurt Nikita. And that's very, very different from Percy. So she's a massive threat this season. Yeah. And the fact that she has Fox and Ari is a big thing too. Very big.
Is Nikita reporting to the government?
In the 3rd season? She is.
So they'll be a little more legit?
Well, because Ryan Fletcher is now heading division, this is somebody that she obviously has a great friendship with and she respects, but he's also very square. So I foresee a little bit of this just because she's just so used to doing things her own way, and I think it's going to be a little hard for her to take direction from someone. Or for somebody to say to her, well, that's not the way we do things. This is the way we do things because I have to report back to the government. And Nikita's like, so? It's sort of that thing. Yeah, and so now it's a different dynamic because they really are working together. And he really is answering to the government. And there's something actually in season 3 that Ryan's holding back from Nikita that we'll find out during the season that is legitimately why he has to worry about the way she does things. Yeah, and she's so reckless that she's not going to listen to him.
With the Vision not as the enemy anymore, are we used to the tension level up here? Is it going to come down, or are they going to found ways to make it as exciting?
We have some bad guys this season. It's so exciting. We're going to do a lot more standalone episodes, which is nice, and we're going to bring in, some really quality guest stars again. We've got Devin Sawa back as a regular, which is really exciting, and Noah Bean, who plays Ryan Fletcher, is also a regular this season. So we've got a nice group of boys, and we're going to have some adversaries for them for sure, and for my character as well. So, yeah, it's going to be good.